Signori, nuovo episodio Final Fantasy. Stiamo andando a parlare con Mid, mentre i nostri compagni cercano informazioni su Ugo, Kupka e su Walod, dove è stato portato.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the...
Va bene?
But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here. And I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now, all right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making me. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to link. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
Accento incredibile.
For now, I'll let you know if I need out else.
Chi ben comincia. Dio.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Ah, ma è questo Bardol.
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom. And she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
Bene.
I see.
Quindi?
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest.
No, Bernard.
Bernard, was it?
Ecco.
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him.
Least I could do.
Tappa i buchi. Che è meglio forse. Andiamo da Marta.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't.
Thank you, Martha.
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
Niente, devo fare una pinball. Di qua, di là, di qua. Su, giù, giù, su, giù, giù, su. Niente. Vabbè. Taglio il tragitto perché sennò... Eccoci arrivati, ma qua c'era un ponte distrutto, forse sta aggiustando quello? 5 kg. Ah, l'ha aggiustato. Fortissimo, cazzo. Ui, ciccio.
Hi. I've ended the lad who saved my life.
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh.
Prima cosa devo fare però? Dimmi, cosa devi finire qua?
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure, and if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor.
Ecco,
Of course.
dimmi tutto. Ammazzare quelle cose.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even packed.
Dai, ho capito, ho già inteso.
But you're a dab hand when it...
It's the...
Sì, sì. Grazie infinite, prego di niente. E let's go! Oh Gesù. Posso avere solo 3 icon attivi? Vediamo qual è la sua mossa speciale. Cappotta tutte le persone davanti a sé. parata. Padroneggiare. Vabbè. Fai un passo avanti e colpisci con un formidabile scarica di pugni ad alta velocità i nemici. Sblocchiamolo giusto per i LOL. Combustione. Padroneggiarla serve solo per essere spostata, no, nient'altro. In fondo, vabbè, questo è buono. Anche questo. Aumentiamo tutte le basi per ora. Aumenta di 2 il numero dei calci. Oh, 3005 precisi, precisi. Vediamo cos'altro possiamo... Questa sembra abbastanza forte, fa più danno che stordimento. Questa è una merda, quella di Garuda. Direi che possiamo provare questa. Che belli i disegni dietro. Come si dice? Mamma mia, mi sono perso. Gli icon. Boia, demolito, Una cosa che potrebbe farmi... Non può neanche cambiarla in combat. Vabbè, niente allora. Delusione totale. Ma totale. Ma come fai a chiamare... Cioè, poco. Attacco questo, non chiama fuoco. Roccio. Fulgo. Chiamano a fuoco, roccia. Non lo so. Fulmina. Non mi devi darli. Ma come funziona il parry? Beh, ti danno è bello figo, Easy proprio, parata. Ui! Comunque il parry, adesso abbiamo il parry efficace. Beh, questo è il parry bello forte, mi sa, Oh yeah. Ma non ho paura. Ah cazzo, non posso tirarlo giù senza Garuda. Allora Garuda mi serve. Oh, oddio. Ho provato a fare un parry con il tasto di Dark Souls. Minchia, con questi fai un botto di... Anche perché non ho cura. Oddio muoio. Oddio muoio. Ok. Non avevo né cura, questa missione è un cazzo, avevo. Questa cosa che però puoi usarne solo 3. Cioè forse si sapeva, io no. Boh, mi ha lasciato.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell.
Va bene.
Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, I'll meet you there.
Bravo.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
Ok. Beh, esploriamo anche noi questa piccola zona. Magari ci sono ancora dei mostri che muore. Attenzione! Un pozzo alla vecchia maniera. Roba praticamente inutile.
Alright, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on.
That's brilliant!
Is there
No, non
anything
chiederlo.
else you need?
Nope.
Ok.
Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for. So as soon as Bernard gets here, I can't wait.
Carina. Però io volevo avere più di 6 abilità alla volta. Pugno possente, va bene.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see
È
how
vero che
Jill's
gira in
faring.
infermeria. Vabbè, ci ho proprio pensato. Lol. Lollipop.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the...
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He must have found something.
Tutorial. Te cosa vuoi?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Roderick.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first
Ah,
time.
vuole
I
insegnare.
don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die. Is it really worth the risk?
Cazzo, cioè potresti
You don't need to answer
morire.
that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden. And we must lift that burden.
Cioè rischi di morire se ti provi,
Undetected.
se togli il
The
marchio.
operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential.
I know. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low.
Vabbè, te la vado a pigliare io.
Just tell me what you need.
No one knows Herblord like Tyre. And she swears by ammonia. Unfortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in
Capito. Però minchia, se rischi la vita a toglierti il marchio. Era un marchio messo, credo, con una magia bella forte. E non è semplicemente proprio un simbolo toglierselo, no? Effettivamente funziona, la gente non lo riconosce. Pensano che sia una cicatrice normale, magari. Dato che è una cosa molto rara rimuoverlo. Probabilmente solo nostra.
A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They
No!
were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to Mark. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked, but a curse breaker managed to release a stolus amid the confusion, but they should be back by now, but I've heard nothing. I can't help but...
They know the work is dangerous.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing, but I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Cerco io.
I'll go and find them.
Thank you, Sid. And the plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the dragon.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will try.
Grandissimo Torgal. Dai. Potrebbero anche farle un pelino più corte i dialoghi delle missioni secondarie, ma più concisi magari. Cosa avete trovato, fratelli?
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory, Clive. I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Henry.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Cheat.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva.
Ecco perché sei incazzato male quando c'era Jill che stava per schiattare.
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers
Vero,
awakened.
da piccoli ce l'aveva sempre
Just
lei.
when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Jill ci sarebbe rimasta.
Though Torgal's power is
Stunnata
his
proprio.
own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf,
Ci sarebbe
it had only to be
rimasta.
unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
No, vabbè, che cos'è? Sta frase è un po' doppio senso, cioè un po'... Aiuto? Da salvare? Buried in my nut.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
This
I
nut.
shall be a moment.
Cioè adesso io ho questa immagine di Torgal che annusa le palle di Biblio. Vabbè. Fortissimi, 2 minuti dopo.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never
Fermi tutti, devo registrare anche questo.
seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Clive così lo è. Boh, vabbè. Perché ho skippato il dialogo,
That's
ovviamente.
settled. I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Cos'è questo? Adesso lei con la sua potenza incredibile riesce a far volare di nuovo questa nave. L'ho detto.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Chi è? Sid. Ok, sto scherzando. Un pesce gigante. Chi è? Oh! Lo zio.
Your trouble. It was a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron? Clive,
Con che faccia?
tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here.
Scioccato male. Un po' da anime sta roba. O manga. Con la faccia. Vabbè. Così a caso, adesso siamo dominio. Che bello cazzo però. Ma guarda qua.
The Dalmatian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Lui li vuole attaccare
Of
adesso.
course,
No.
none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Allora erano tutti d'accordo.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
Sembra molto passivo, questo bimbo. Sempre attaccato alla madre. Nel suo mondo. Infatti Dion è un po'...
Now, let us
Cosa
come to the
faccia?
question of
Che
precisely
bastarda.
when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
Eccoci. Sapevo che lui voleva demolirli.
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Che infame fino alla
Your
fine.
Radiance,
Were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance?
Subjects.
If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Ma che
For
cazzo
every home that burns, another can be built.
Anche se schiatti te,
Empire will
allora.
live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Sto cazzo di fiore, cos'è? Me lo dici? No. Ce l'aveva anche la prima volta che l'abbiamo visto. C'è un terzo trono comunque, cioè trono. Sedia, sarà di Dion.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Non gli frega proprio un cazzo del figlio. Solo di Bahamut e della sua forza.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
E lo sa anche lui. Mica gli sguardi, che bello. Fatti da Dio.
May Gregor forgive you.
Minchia. Schiocco di dita ha fatto meglio della storia.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Ma cos'è sta roba? Boia. Membri del clero gregoriano che prevedono il futuro esaminando il movimento degli astri. Per lungo tempo gli astrologi della corte imperiale hanno reso partecipi dalla propria divinazione soltanto gli imperatori, garantendo loro un'importante influenza politica, ammesso, si intende, che l'imperatore di turno sia disposto come Silvestre ad ascoltare i loro consigli. Cioè lui si sta fidando di persone che leggono il futuro tramite gli astri. Questa cosa che hanno detto è probabile effettivamente, Però coda di viverna, l'elegante, candido fiore, simbolo del sacro impero di Sunbreak. E nel simbolo no, c'è Gregor e i draghi che sono molto importanti per l'impero. C'è anche il fiore. Minchia Dion, qua c'è tradimento, molto probabile.
Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Cioè, quindi lei aveva già tutto pensato, studiato, che Aveva visto che Dion a quanto pare non era d'accordo con quello che il padre... Stai zitto un attimo, Clive. Aveva già intuito che Dion non era d'accordo sugli ordini che gli dava sempre il padre. E quindi aveva già previsto, in qualche modo, che l'avrebbe tradito. Non lo so poi se lo farà. E anche gli astrologi gliel'hanno detto, anche se magari gli astrologi sono d'accordo con Annabelle. Così che l'imperatore diventerà il figlio di Annabelle e non Dion. Potrebbe anche essere. Boh. Che trip di roba sto gioco. Ma poi anche gli sguardi. Le microespressioni. Non sto guardando Clive, non le sue microespressioni. Le microespressioni nelle cutscene di Dion, di Annabelle, gli sguardi.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
Te che cazzo fai qua?
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith, which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was. Aye.
Then I have questions for you.
Gladly. You there?
Gav.
There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Ma la faccia?
1,000?
Aiuto, ma proprio dritto così lo sta... La telecamera... Vabbè.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Copio withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
Ma sì, togliamo delle frasi intere dalla traduzione.
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Minchia, ma come... Perché hanno tradotto un po' a caso diverse volte?
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed?
No.
Certainly her royal navy
Ma no,
is
sì,
famed
che
for
cazzo
the
dico?
efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria
Sì.
from the sea.
Questo ci aveva già detto comunque.
Had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance.
Tramite
The
terra?
journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists' not the Republicans who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Ok. Lo sapevamo che erano quelli di Wallod, o no? Sì.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield, and you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy.
My boy. Ok, quindi dobbiamo passare dopo nel deserto.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today?
Manipola. Eccoci. Ma sto Ugo viene manipolato da chiunque. Allora. Incita leggesta. Sostiene segretamente. Ma segretamente, non lo so. Lusinga. Perché ha fatto finta che sia stato il bimbo a convincere Ugo. Vabbè. Non so come cazzo ci facciano a credere vedendo il bimbo che è una beba. Sospetta in modo molto più aggressivo di Dion. Cioè, il padre sospetta molto di più sul tradimento che farà Dion, a quanto pare. Forse. E Dion sospetta nel senso che è un figlio di puttana, probabilmente. Ok. Figlia di Sid? Così. Telamon in effetti sì, ok, ma perché? Figlia di Sid e studentessa di ingegneria dell'Università di Canver. Fin da piccola Mida aveva dimostrato per le invenzioni del padre una grande passione e una predisposizione ancora più grande. Come molti studiosi di gemelli, è esperta nelle tecnologie moderne e dei decaduti. E mira a porre tali conoscenze al servizio del rifugio. È tardi, scusate. Scusi, ci droppano che è figlia di Sid. Così, cioè se noi non leggiamo qui. Vabbè, non guardiamo il cognome. Figlia con chi poi? Ma poi è adulta, cioè sarebbe già stata. Perché non era al rifugio? Dove era? A studiare, immagino. All'università. Mentre il padre cercava di salvare il mondo. Perché non ne ha mai parlato? Ci siamo persi qualcosa, un dialogo? Forse sì. Burst Zana di Drago. E qua ci sarà il deserto con l'open map. Credo. Ok. Let's go.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid, of course.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Del deserto?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Delamill Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her.
Thanks.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav,
Thank
Otto,
fuck for that.
leaving you two in
Grazie al
charge.
fondatore.
You can count on us.
Vabbè. Thank fuck. Beh, andiamo con Byron.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart.
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Come. Ma lui che cazzo deve fare là? Episodi secondari li faccio poi io. Deserto del Velcroy. Un vasto e arido mare di sabbia e pietra che sta lentamente consumando la Dalmechia occidentale fin da tempi immemori. Delle rovine gigantesche. Non ho visto se sono dei decaduti o altro. Ah, ecco, decaduti, ovviamente. Sembra palesemente una nave piantata per terra. E Pit Egitto. Sì, sì. Basta.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
Pieno di roba.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Enigma nella SAS.
Let's go.
Vabbè.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Vabbè, minchia. C'è una rovina gigante davanti.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Ma lo sa che Joshua è vivo? Là dove siamo arrivati? E quelle cazzo di rovine? Vabbè. Là.
Who do you think those soldiers were in the inn? Friends of friends.
Io non so se devo cercare per delle casse. Oppure no. È carino come mappa. Cosa è successo? Cioè, gli oggetti hanno i muri invisibili che continuano. Vabbè. Quel barile sì.
There she is, the good old Delamill Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Vai tra. Qualche nemico da menare? Speriamo. Sta proprio di no. E invece. Ma?
Look there.
Chocobo neri?
Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
Ah, sono
And
dei
such a
cinere.
long ride from Stone here. Our Luda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Ok. Byron il Pazzerellus. Vera e propria oasi nel Velcroy, un deserto nella parte occidentale di Dalmecchia. Da lì Emil offre merci, cibo e riposo ai viandanti che affrontano la lunga marcia tra le ardenti sabbie circostanti. In particolare si dice che le sue terme, alimentate dalle acque circostanti, curino ogni genere di mali, dai bubboni alle inflizioni pelviche, molte delle quali vengono contratte proprio nei numerosi bordelli. Ah, beh.
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Devi fare un giro per i cazzi tuoi. Cappuccio. Cappuccio fighissimo, quello di Clive. Fatto da Dio, sembra vero. Ah, cazzo, potevo potenziare la spada col frammento di titano. Vabbè.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Formaggio, salumi. Gnocco fritto. Tigelle. Che stiamo guardando? Ma? C'è Joshua? Che sta da panico. Non ce la fa più.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and
Potrebbe
I
anche
may
essere
never
per
get
questo che lo che tradisce il padre
You
poi.
do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Clive l'ha mai vista lei? No. Questi sono walloediani. Sono realist.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Dimmi.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Come on, help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Sì, se continua, vedi come ti scoppia. Oddio. Quanto fatto bene.
I'm afraid we
Tutto
don't have a moment to
sporco.
lose.
Oh, yeah.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Ovviamente non fa niente. Continua a mangiare? Beh, giustamente.
Try it.
Aia. Beh, la solita mossa funziona sempre. Ma che è questo? Che sleppa che gli è arrivata in bocca questo. Lo posso?
Your trouble.
Vabbè, questo è pieno di soldi però.
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Ma lei sa chi è Clive, no? Aiutante di Joshua. Bello, cazzo, l'acqua.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Minchia, anche Joshua però, poveretto. Cosa succede? Ma... è vicino?
Clive?
Merda, ma per un pelo.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Non vuole essere trovato da Clive, allora.
Where to find Copio before, we do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ma che bello. Questo è un narghilè. Guardate qua quanta roba, quanti dettagli nei negozi. Quanto è bella l'acqua poi. Bellissimo. Cos'è qua? Sale.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Copio is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Semplicemente menarli.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Copio. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's...
Fare un cazzo, dai.
Anything I can interest you in?
Boh. Beh, magari qualche pozione.
An excellent choice.
Vabbè.
Thank you for your custom.
Posso anche poi creare la... Ma questi? Guarda qua. Vabbè, show off proprio.
Excuse me. Are you Furda?
I am.
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what business do you have with the...
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping...
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Bordello?
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to...
Niente, tocca a me. Combatte! È vero che sono titani. Cosa sto facendo? Che versi deve fare? Fa dei versi live quando sei titano. Demoliti. E adesso silenzio.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him.
Ho sbagliato tasto.
The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in. Your skill with the blade is rare indeed. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina.
Yeah.
Vai, dai, su.
To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Sto per morire. Dai, andiamo al Lock of Cock. Un po' di qua, un po' di là, un po' su, questo qui non c'è, di là sì, qua sì. Oh, vai che la trovi, mena questi, mena quelli.
The finest fabric.
O così così qua,
Ubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ok, forse ho skippato un dialogo.
Ah, so it was the Youngs. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
See that he gets it.
Non ho capito perché sono confusi lui, lei.
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Adesso mi chiederà di cercare suo nonno disperso nel
What do you
deserto.
think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good
Che
day.
cazzo vuoi, scusa?
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard.
Io voglio
One
gli
catches
anni.
more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in Recom. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Questo sarebbe da tagliargli la gola.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer.
Boh, ok.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Altri... Cosa cazzo devo fare? Devo parlare con altri 3 stronzi, mamma mia.
Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thing. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either.
Ok, rubano i cristalli che servono per il popolo. Disastro. Forse ho skippato un po' troppo veloce qua.
Depends what for. Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need up. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's...
Is that so?
Che cazzo c'entra questo con i problemi? Vabbè, poi è chiuso. Vabbè.
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Cioè lui fa tutto con i soldi comunque, incredibile.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the...
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis, I don't know.
Pezzente.
Will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. The one who broke all our furniture. What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs.
Thank you.
Il problema qual è che ha troppo potere gli uomini... Uomini? Della roccia? Vabbè. No, non c'è niente.
Let me treat you.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to it, not here.
What are you?
Ecco, si fa fottere. Vabbè, la camminata più lenta della storia, questo soldato.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's... And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade, but my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sort if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld.
Solo?
But enough about
Va
my
bene.
little act of
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals.
I'll wager.
We'll meet with them then and put an end to the trouble.
Ha! That
Ok.
It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eye.
E come cazzo c'avevo?
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support.
Ok.
If things
Direi
turn
che facciamo
sour.
questa. Poi ce la leviamo dalle palle per la prossimo episodio.
What was all that crash?
I'll take it from here.
È un rallentatore. Boia. Pochi.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objection.
Of course.
Not bad at all. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end.
Did you get all that?
So it would seem.
Vabbè.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
Quindi sono in combutta con i walueggiani per i cristalli.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good! I'm just getting warmed up. Now, Torgal!
Guarda. Oh. Cazzo combini? Ma lo zio è fortissimo, mi ha tolto metà vita con un colpo. Non è vero. Ma? Devo uccidere i Chocobo, poveretti.
You're finished.
Vabbè. Vabbè, solita roba inutile. Materiali.
Well,
Quanto
that
veloce.
wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role just...
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly... Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and well...
Indeed, the people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against...
Dai,
until
possiamo...
you two came along.
A posto? Tutti felici? Possiamo passare dal cancello?
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town.
Eccoci.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Franco e Luigi.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so to tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades, and those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to...
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust?
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Here, wear this.
La spilla, eccoci. Però ha ridato la roba a mio zio, spero. Rosa del
Any
deserto.
friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Back in bed. Va bene. Tum.
Tu Isagelis.
Suono più potente della storia.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive?
Ma ancora con sta cosa di
Be
nome.
sure not to let me down.
Mamma.
I have a reputation to uphold.
Sì, di deficiente.
Well then.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
Tum. Perfetto. Perfetto, pof. Niente ragazzi, signori, passanti. Ci fermiamo qui perché poi si va al Zana di Drago, prossima missione. Intanto faccio qualche secondaria, potenzio qualche arma con il frammento di titano. E niente. Prossimo episodio.